Our theme is that Ashtanga is pure Bhakti. That's what I have concluded after musing further. That's what the practice is. It's kind of nothing else but Bhakti. And it's reflected in the dedication that it takes. And 6 days a week, you have to be well rested, you have to eat right, and be ready each morning for that, to go through that. And it only makes sense in the context of devotion and of a quest for that inner awakening, inner power and realization. And so I wanted to talk about a few moments about Shiva yoga, and he's depicted in different ways, and two distinctly different ways that are both reflected in the Ashtanga practice. So the one way is as he is here, as a yogi. He's sitting in Padmasana and he's become immovable. And so that is one aspect, like when you're staying in the postures, when you're in what Guruji called the state of the asana, you're becoming immovable. And just to observe that consciousness and to feel the sacredness and the reverence that just automatically comes from doing that. And so the extraneous, the fussing, the fidgeting, the superficial things, the disturbances that are more outer, they fade out. And that stillness and that place is what you're exploring and where the devotion comes from, on the one hand. And then on the other hand, Shiva's also Nataraja. So he's the dancer. And in that, his dance is creating the whole unfolding of the universe, the whole play of opposites that we all are experiencing and that we use to realize that stillness. And I love this picture, but it's directly of Shiva and his consort Parvati or Shakti dancing. So that dance and movement are sacred and that they are divine, and that's part of the practice, is the sacred movement and in the quality of dance and just the beauty of that and the power of it and the ability of dance to awaken devotion and reverence and see through to what's sacred within you and in a greater sense. And so you have those two things you're alternating between. And this stillness, this immovability that brings this beautiful devotion, and the movement. If you can get to the devotional feeling of it, or that, then the movement has more of a purpose or more relevance for you to tune in and become conscious of it. And that also the asana. It's not like a technical thing to be able to bind in Marityasana C. It's more like that position, the feeling of it brings you to a place of awakening, of consciousness, of greater consciousness. And greater consciousness always means, in a deep way, in a mystic way, more enjoyment, like more completeness within, like that nothing needs to be added or taken away. So the shapes of the asanas are literally sacred shapes. And there's this interesting thing, like in the Bhagavad Gita, or even in the Ramayana. So in the Ramayana, when Ram is battling Ravana, and it happens on the battlefield when the Pandavas are battling the Kauravas, that they make these formations, and the formations, like, they're supposed to be effective, and they lead you into battle a certain way, and each asana has that quality. It's like it's a formation that like gets you ready to put everything aside to like, to be there. And each position is sacred. Like, and they're formed, they were born and expressed repeatedly over time because of their sacred nature, of that shape, like revolving triangle. That's a beautiful position to like view the universe from. And same, each asana, it doesn't need, fourth series isn't a better view.
Right.
Samastitihi is a beautiful view. And in that way, I think that each posture is both a mantra and a yantra in one. And so a yantra is like, this is a sort of yantra. All of these pictures, they're visual instruments, that their visual presentation is meant to induce meditation in you. And then a mantra is a sound instrument that does the same. That's meant to induce meditation. And so the asana with the sound of the breath and the visual form that you're creating, they're combined to be that instrument that harnesses the consciousness and protects. It's a protector. So the asana actually protects you. And
so that you can deal with whatever your consciousness is giving you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then also in that way that each posture in the sequence is like, it's a bowing down. It's a bowing. It's a prayer. And the vinyasa is literally like a prostration, a coming low to the ground reverently, to kind of celebrate or acknowledge this consciousness that you're developing and you're working on and realizing.
That's why you want us 1 inch from the ground.
That's why I want you to stay there too.